Hi there, everybody. Today we are going to look at negative indices. And now, negative indices actually is quite straightforward. You would just do it in two stages. So, first of all, we look at the number and we treat it like we would as reciprocal. So, negative power means essentially we're going to take the reciprocal of the given number and then we're going to calculate the power as we would normally. All right. So, let's have a look at a couple of examples in relation to this. So, let's look at, first of all, 5 to the negative 1. So the negative now power means that we're going to take the reciprocal of the base. So the reciprocal of 5 is 1 over 5. Okay, so if you haven't looked at the reciprocals lesson, please take a quick look at that one. But ultimately, it's 1 over 5. And then we leave the power as a normal power. So the negative is now disappeared, and we've now got 1 over 5 to the 1, which you can see here. And anything to the power 1 is just the same number. So essentially, it's a fifth. All right. So 5 to the negative 1 is a fifth. All right. So just literally reciprocal. So let's put a proper power into this kind of question. So let's look at 4 to the minus 2. Well, again, what we're going to do, we're going to look at the 4 first of all and recognize that we've got a negative. So the first thing we're going to do is do the reciprocal of 4, which is 1 over 4. Which means we remove the negative and we keep the power as the 2. All right, so 4 to the negative 2 is the same as 1 over 4 squared. Well, 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. So 1 over 4 squared is 1 over 16. So this is what we've done with the negative 2. We've done 1 over 4 squared to get rid of the negative, and then we've just done 4 times 4 to get the 16. All right, quite straightforward. The one really to focus, or really kind of not make it difficult, but ultimately is when you've got a fraction. All right, we've done whole numbers here, but reciprocal of a fraction, again, if you haven't looked at that lesson, please make sure that you do. A reciprocal of a fraction is literally you just flip it upside down. So we're going to do the same here because we've got a negative 2. So the first step is we're going to flip this fraction 2 over 3 upside down. So it becomes 3 over 2. So that's the reciprocal. And we drop the negative, and of course we keep the power. So we've got 3 over 2 squared. Well, when we do squared of a fraction, literally what we're going to do is we're going to square both top and bottom numbers. All right, so we're going to have 3 squared and 2 squared. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 2 is 4. So that's 9 over 4. And of course, we really should simplify 9 over 4 to a mixed number. So 4 goes into 9 twice, there's 1 left. So it's going to be 2 and a quarter. All right. So 2 over 3 to the power minus 2 is 2 and a quarter. All right. And if you're ever unsure about some of this, whilst this is probably going to be in a non-calculator paper when it comes to an examination, you can always kind of check your answers with a calculator by putting them in there. And I'm sure you'll find it'll give you this kind of answer. Okay.